last piece of Marvel news I think we're gonna speak on is got some details for Blade, the Blade movie coming out in a year or two or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to
hopefully
tell us about the details.
So there is some talks. There had some talks with the director of Blade. And basically what we learned is that Blade is set to be a period piece. We don't know what the period piece is. We know that the director got the okay to make it R, which very cool.
Yeah.
It's a bit surprising. I thought Deadpool was the only one that was going to get the R rating. But now with the Echo show, which I got to say so far, I'm not going to say that that's TVMA, but
I think the first episode was on that line for sure.
And then we also learned that the villain is supposed to be Lilith, who I don't know how she is in the comics, but she is kind of a religious figure. And I don't know if that ties in at all. But Lilith is supposed to be going after Blade's daughter to create a army of Daywalkers. And if I'm not mistaken, the Ebony Blade is a part of how she plans to do that.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I think the exciting part there for sure though is the period piece aspect. Because Blade originally was, I want to say, like a 70s comic. And I think if you put him right back in the 70s where he like originated, I think that would be amazing. And then you can explain,
make it like a 70s noir or something like that.
And yeah, you could like I don't know if we've ever seen the 70s in Marvel except for like that military base that like Howard was at.
Oh yeah,
in Endgame. So I think like a really stylized 70s movie would be very cool. And then
maybe not like super stylized, depending on what depending sure. on what stylized means, because like I don't need like it to be like some like funky ass music and like, yo, what's up, man? Blah, 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 blah. Like I don't need it to be like a black exploitation movie.
But that could be fun, right? I mean,
a Blade black exploitation movie, maybe. Yeah. I don't think they would ever do that.
Sure, no, I don't think so either. I don't think so. But like just like some hints of that style, maybe would be good.
Maybe, but I would like it to be, kind of like Scorsese 70s, crime noir. Sure. Taxi driver kind of vibe would be.
I don't think it'll
cool.
be that serious though.
No, not that serious, but like
stylistically is what you're kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah, I feel that.
But I have a feeling it'll be even further back than that, potentially.
Really?
Potentially.
I think with the 70s, like it leaves enough time where like you expect him to age, but because he's like part vampire, he's not going to, and it'll like explain why he's around in like present day.
Right.
But yeah, I wonder if this will be set. If this will be set in America somewhere, or if it'll kind of like follow what the game is doing and set it in like Paris.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and depending on how they do it, the Blade is in wherever Gemma Chan's Cersei's character was.
Weren't they in like the UK?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, and is that what the Black Knight has? The Dark, is it the Black Knight?
Yeah, that's Dane Whitman, who was Jon Snow in
so
the Eternals.
He has the blade that Lilith is going to use. Is that what you were saying? Or
yes.
Yeah, interesting. So yeah, I mean, at one point he was like very much planned to be in Blade. I don't know if that's the case anymore.
I don't think so.
Which is a bummer. I like the idea of that character and Blade kind of taking him under his wing.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows?
I know some people are kind of maybe not so crazy about another period piece in Marvel.
We barely get those.
I know, but like
we've only had one or two. We've had two so far.
I know. But I guess I'm kind of down with it, but at the same time, it would be nice to, our first time seeing Blade, we get this tease at the end of Eternals, and then it's like we're not progressing. We might progress it in some ways, but we're not doing anything with the MCU. We're just going back in time. Which, like, to be fair, having this more isolated story might be really good.
I think it would be so good for the MCU. Like, keep it isolated. Although you're adding even more lore to the MCU, it doesn't even have to feel like it.
Sure.
And I guess it is interesting that like it's reported that like Fantastic Four is going to be a period piece as well. So yeah, I mean if they do two of those, it definitely does like maybe bog down like the history of the MCU in a way. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we've had nearly like too many of those yet for people to complain.
I mean, in a way, Black Widow is kind of come on. Well, not a period piece per se, but going, we kind of we're just in this middle in between place that just like, it's like, why did we have to go back to this time period?
Because she died.
It was just a filler,
Yeah, it was a filler, but they were like, wait, we can make women-led movies? What? Let's do it. Let's do it. But now she's dead. So
but they could have done it so long ago.
No, yeah. I don't know if you had heard about that, but like it was I can't remember what movie triggered it, but like basically the top leaders over at Disney MCU were like, a women-led superhero movie will not be successful. And then Wonder Woman came out and they were like, that changes things. Yeah. So, they just waited too long. They were idiots for sure.
Yeah.
It should have been right after Winter Soldier, to be honest.
Oof. That would have been cool.
That era Black Widow is like my favorite. Yeah. But yeah, regardless, I think it sounds like a cool concept for Blade.
Yeah, I think it sounds like a cool concept. And regardless, R-rated Blade, bring it on. I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it has to be R-rated, honestly. Like,
yeah, I mean, because like you look at Morbius and you go, a vampire movie with no blood.
No blood, right? Yeah, like you have to have so much blood in Blade, like so much. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
But